this way.
I know the feeling.
Yes, how many?
Cozumel.
Hello. What up?
Another one?
There.
Okay, here.
Just go there.
Want to go back?
There.
Do not
Okay.
make them fall out.
57! 57!
Oh.
Welcome, my name is Patty. I'm one of your two guys. All right, familia. Let's start with the beginning. I already asked you about the meaning of Day of the Dead. Now, another question. Do you think that it's the same Mexican Halloween and Day of the Dead? No, exactly, it's not. Actually, Mexican Halloween doesn't exist. Please never say that. Okay, you like please never say that. Mexican Halloween. No, please never. All right, Day of the Dead. Very ancient civilization, very ancient tradition here in Mexico. Some people believe that it's a tradition that came with the Spaniards when they discovered America and colonized all the civilization in here. But it's not. This tradition comes from time before, long time before, in the pre-Hispanic cultures. On that time, the people used to celebrate to their deceased, to a lot of persons who passed away, in a little different way, but the same idea, to honor them and remember them with all the things that they used to like and things that they believed are going to be useful in the another world. The other world was the name of the place that they thought that existed. This is going to make a difference of this. In these days, it's the most accepted idea. I don't want to talk about any religion. The most accepted idea today is when we die, we can go only to two places, right? If we was a good person, we go to heaven. If we got a bad person, we go to hell. This is the most accepted idea today. Well, at that time, the idea was a little bit different. At that time, yes, what's important? If you was good in this life, it was most important. The way that you die is the place that you go. This is a difference, right? Example. In the past, with the Aztecs, they believed that if you was a warrior and you die fighting, you go in a special place that was related with the king of the sun. So, you go to the sun, with the king of the sun, or the god of the sun, you go with him. But then only warriors, pregnant ladies that didn't make it, they died, giving life, childbirth, they was considered warriors. But it was fight, a tough battle, giving life. So was considered warriors, and they go to the god of the sun directly. People who died, for example, in a travel situation, hurricanes, storms, or drowned, or something like that, they got in another place. It was called Tlalocan. The Tlalocan was a beautiful land, green, beautiful trees, very peaceful place for that people who died in that kind of situations. But the most common place that the people go in that time was called Mictlan. Have you ever heard about Mictlan before? No? Okay. Have you ever seen the movie Coco? Yes. Yes? Okay. Do you remember one of the most important characters of that was Miguel? Miguel's kid, right? You remember in that part of the movie when Miguel got to the world of the dead? There was a part, and that world was full of pyramids, and bridges made with petals. Well, that is an idea or interpretation of the Mictlan underworld. For the Aztecs, the hell and heaven doesn't exist. Thus, underworld is not the same than hell. Underworld is another word for the existence. Alright. Well, most of the people that we die in a regular situation, for example, if we get old and sick and look at the racing, and then we die. Okay? A lot of people go to the Mictlan. Mictlan is in a very special place because for the Aztecs, the Mictlan was split in 7 different levels that you need to pass before reach the eternal rest. During this traversing, the first level that we can say that is the easy one, it was just a big river that you have to pass pass that river by your own. You have to cross that river only with the help of a special animal. Talking back about the Coco movie. Do you remember the friend of Miguel? The dog. Remember the dog? Yes. Remember the name of the dog? Dante, exactly. Did you recognize the breed of that dog? No? Okay. That kind of dog is a Xolo. Xolo squinkle. It's a kind of dog that exists in the pre-Hispanic times here in America. Xolo dogs for the Aztecs was considered the guardians of the Mictlán. Only with the help of that dogs you can cross the river. But the thing is, if you was a good person in this life, then the dogs can help you to cross that river. But if you treat badly the dogs in this life, then the dogs going to refuse to help you, then you can cross that river by your own. You have to stay there, but right? The thing is, okay, he was a good person in here, the dogs can help you to cross that river, so you continue to the next level, and the next level, and the next level. Each level was harder than the previous one. At the end of the 7th level, well, there was the god of the Mictlán, Mictlán Tecuhtli. He was the god of the underworld. He was waiting for you after pass through that travesty. I give you the welcome and offer you the eternal rest. During that time, that you cross all these 7 levels, in this life, we are talking about 4 years approximately. This is the time the soul's needs to pass through those levels. During these 4 years, your families put offerings on this place, not like the ones that we know today. Offerings with elements that they believe the ones useful for you to cross all these levels, right? Spears, food, obviously, drinks, etc. Real schools, real homes, yes, at that time it was like that. After that, the things changed a little bit. But well, this is just the first part of the origin of these altars, of these offerings. The second part that I can split on this story, that it's involved the Spaniards. And I'm going to talk about this in our second spot, and the Cozumel, because I want to show you there the traditional altar that most of you probably have seen before. But for now, questions? Something that you want to share? Are we good? All right, familia, please come with me to our next stop. Is this the first stop of your excursion? I like to hear one more. And then we're done. 1 week. Hi, ladies. So exciting. Now, Familia, have you ever seen one thing like this before? Yes. Do any of you may put altars in your homes for this celebration? No? Okay, don't worry. Okay. I want to explain a little bit something about this. But look, it's very common, even in these days, that some people are confused of this celebration. Because when we say Day of the Dead, the people think, oh, the Mexicans are so weird. They celebrate the dead. No, we don't. We don't celebrate the dead. We celebrate their life. Today, this is a Catholic tradition. Like I was saying, part of the origin, pre-Hispanic. All right. The second part of this history says, when the Spaniards came to America, and discovered America, right? Christopher Columbus, Hernán Cortés. All right. When these people came here, obviously they came with different ideas, with different beliefs. But they realized that the people in these lands celebrate their ancestors too. They celebrated on a different days. At the end of the harvesting, we're talking about September, on that time. When the Spaniards came here, well, they decide, try to convert the people to the new religion and don't forcing them. Mix part of these celebrations with the new religion. They fusion both ideas. It's something that we call it the syncretism, right? Well, they fusion both ideas, and this is the result. Because you can find some pre-Hispanic elements in these altars hiding from those cultures, mixed with Catholic elements too. Now, let's start with the bottom. If you see this altar has 3 levels. Most of the altars in Mexico are only made in 3 different ways. The first one is just one level, and we can put all the elements just in one table, all the elements together. But for example, this one that has 2 levels, one that has 2 levels, the meaning is the first level represents the living world, here, and the second level, the heaven, right? One that has 3 levels like this represents the heaven, the living world, and the purgatory. Yeah, we're involving Catholic ideas. Well, the most traditional altar here in Mexico is altar with 7 levels. That some people say or believe that represents the 7 capital sins, the 7 deadly sins that you need to avoid before reaching eternal peace, right? Or with God or whatever. Well, and if you see 7, the same like the levels that the people has to pass in the Mictlan before reaching eternal peace. It's the same. So I mixed both ideas. Alright, now, meaning of these elements. Like I said, Hispanic and Catholics. The first one, Hispanic elements are represented the 4 elements of the earth. Like, well, obviously, earth, water, wind, and fire. Right? The earth is represented with the flowers, normally out of the bottom of these altars or in the first level. Normally, we use cempasúchil or marigold in English is the name for this flower. I'm sure that you remember this one at the Coco, right? The same as the bridge. All right. In our tradition, we believe that the aroma of these specific flowers helps the soul to find the place where we put this altar. On the movie, what's represented with the bridge, obviously they can represent aromas, but what's represented as a bridge. This is the way that they can find this place. The same with the light of fire that is represented with the candles. Light and aromas help the soul to find the place. Water, obviously, a glass of water, any drinks that the people used to like when they were alive. Wind. Wind is represented with these colorful papers. Papel picado is the name in Spanish. Papel picado represents wind and light because the same like the paper is very easy to break. And light, the same like the paper. The fragility of the light is represented with this paper and the wind, obviously, because of movement. Very good. Now we have earth, water, fire, and thank you. We have the 4 elements. Very good. Now, when we fusion this celebration, now, like I said, the Spaniards moved the date for this celebration to November 1st and November 2nd, the same like the tradition that they wrote, right? Come with them. In this Catholic tradition, we believe that in October 31st, the gates of the heaven are opened, and then the souls can come back to the earth and visit us. In November 1st, we wait for the whole saints, normally the kids or the kids' souls that were expected of that day. That's why on this altar you're going to find toys for those kids' souls that come on these days. In November 2nd, that we celebrate the whole saints of all the santos, well, we put another kind of elements that the people used to like tequila, cigars, another kind of things that they used to like. Probably kill them, right? Like cigars. Anyway, things that they used to like. The idea of these altars is something, it's like try to say something like, we're still thinking of you, we still love you, you are still welcome in our home. Because this is something that we do when we have visits in our homes today, right? First thing that we do when we have visits in our homes, we clean the house, we put decoration, and we make special food for our guests. It is the same, because we want to have special visitors on these 2 days. So it's the same, to give the welcome to those souls, to our families or relatives, and feel comfortable and happy again with us on those specific days. Very good. Any question about this element? Nothing? Are you sure?
I think you covered it right. Really well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm very surprised that none of you asked me about this.
Sugar stones.
Right. Sometimes the people under the wine schools on these altars. Well, this is another element from the Hispanic cultures that I hide on these altars because, like I said before, in that time the people used to use real schools, real bones on those altars. Well, when Spaniards came here, obviously they said, "Oh no, this is too good, scary." We're going to switch that idea. Try to make sweetener the idea of the dead. We're going to switch real school or sugar school. Sugar school. That representation or trying to say that the dead is something sweet, nothing bad. Because we like to believe that once you pass or you die, you go in a better place, right? And this is a very traditional tradition too in Mexico. If somebody gives to you a sugar school, don't be scared. It's not an offense. We are not wishing you death. Oh no. This is a very common here in Mexico. When I came to you, and oh, no, this is for you. Because normally, when we give sugar schools, normally we put your name on the forehead. Right? Of this school, put your name. We are not wishing you to death. We are wishing you that at your moment, at your time, you have to sweet it. This is the idea of the sugar schools, right? And well, it can be in sugar or chocolate. That's why this one, in this case, is black. It's nothing bad. It's just it's supposed to be of chocolate, right? On the top of the altars, normally you're going to find Catholic elements like the cross or the rosaries, things like that, and the picture in honor of who is doing this. In this case, it's in honor of Pedro Infante. Pedro Infante is one of the most famous Mexican actors and singers for the TV movies in the 70s here in Mexico. And if you pay attention, probably you can identify who is interpreted for this person in the Coco movie. De la Cruz, exactly. That character, De la Cruz, it's inspired on Pedro Infante, this Mexican singer. Pedro Infante and Jorge Negrete was inspiration for Ernesto de la Cruz, for that person. That's why we put it. It's very, very special. Alright, amigos, so now we're going to continue. I have on that side a first surprise for you. We're going to taste a very delicious sample of Yucatecan food that is sikilpac. Now we have here Maria. Hola Maria. Hola, buenos días. Maria, as you see, she's very busy. She's making tortillas, traditional tortillas, corn tortillas, handmade. You can see she made it right now. So fresh corn tortillas. We're gonna taste these tortillas with a traditional dish, sikilpac. Sikilpac, it's a Yucatecan dish that is made with pumpkin seed, tomato, and cilantro. Everything roasted and dried. It's a kind of dip, not a dip, but it's similar. Very delicious, simple, very tasty. We have it here hand sanitizer in case you want to use it. On this bowl we have habanero salsa.
Gracias.
De nada.
That's a very hot tortilla.
Very hot though.
Oh,
Adios. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you. There you go. You want some chocolate? That's so good.
these ladies come from another time of the history. Nothing to do with the Day of the Dead, actually. These ladies were created in the Mexican Revolution. I'm talking about 1810. At that time, Mexico was having a very difficult times, right? Changing ideas and all of that. Tough times for some people, especially the people who came from the descendants from the original natives, right? We know that when the Spaniards came here, what started to mix with people, right? Natives with the Spaniards, that we call them mestizos. Well, the mestizos has a different idea about themselves because they say something like, oh, I have European blood, I'm different like you, things like that. So they thought it was better than another rest of the people, I mean. Well, trying to make the difference between those two different people, they start to dress in clothes pretending to look like a European, right? With this kind of dress and fancy hats and that kind of style that is completely different from the native people from this land. Alright, on the time, there exists a very famous cartoonist, José Guadalupe Posada. He drew cartoons on a newspaper of that time, and he started to make a joking, a criticism of black people, and he started drawing schools with that European fancy hats and ladies. He was talking about those mestizos. Garbanceros was the name of black people of that time. I'm asking for why? Because he says it doesn't matter how rich you can look in this life with all these fancy dress. At the end of our life, everybody going to look like it. The same like everybody. Rich or poor, doesn't matter. Everybody going to look like it. Right? That's why he started drawing schools with these fancy clothes and fancy hats, etc. Years after, a very famous muralist, Diego Rivera. Have you ever heard about Diego Rivera before? Yes? Alright. Very famous muralist. Alright. He took the same idea, but he painted not only the school, he gave a full body for that Garbancera. He changed the name, the Garbancera, for Catrina. Catrina is a female name for Catherine. Catherine means elegantness, well-dressed, without hats and knocking the pain, you know? Something like, don't have it too much, but you can understand the idea. Okay, elegant gentleness, European style. Well, he gave the full body for these ladies and he called it Catrinas. And you see, it had nothing to do with the Day of the Dead. But, like talking about the dead, anyway, with the time was introduced and these dancers, and now it's part of this celebration and actually the most representative elements, the schools and the Catrinas. And we represent Catrinas not only now with fancy dresses, in a daily situation, when you say in this mountain, always happy, the schools are happy, daily situation is happy, nothing stops, because once again, in our tradition, we like to believe that once that you die or pass away, you're going to be in a better place. That is the idea for me. Very good. Now, you have your own altars. I have it here, different boxes. You can pick any of these ones. All these boxes have the same elements. With all these elements, you're going to make your own altar. It's not necessary to use all the elements, just the ones that you consider necessary to make your altar. If you bring with you any personal things that you want to put in this altar and share with us, that is awesome, because this is the idea, to share all these things, right? If not, well, we have enough elements for you. So, amigos, time to work. Let's go ahead and start with it. Time to work. What do you want? Okay.
say thank you.
Get him another eye.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
It's so sparkly. Look, there's the other one.
There's a model
That one there.
small
There you go.
enterprise.
He's got little eyes.
For our team.
He's perfect.
Oh, I'm stuck on a skeleton.
Because we get all the chocolate and I can try banana, chili, try on
That's good. Okay. And I'll try. The sugar-free milk chocolate, Jill try.
In the front is all dark chocolate, in the back is milk chocolate. This is my favorite. The cost the bars is $9 each.
Can I try the mint?
Mint filling. Okay, which one you want, Fraser?
Can I try the chili and the
Chili.
banana, the dark chocolates?
Chili. Banana.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss, which one would you like? Chili. Chili. You want to try more? That's it?
Sugar-free chocolate? You want anything?
You have to check it out.
That's the doggy. It takes you to the underworld. Tequila shots. Yep.